The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Viral Venom. Tonight's episode
I'm so sorry.
is featuring special guests.
There we go.
You got it?
I think so. I'm really excited about that.
Hey guys, welcome back to Viral Venom. Tonight's episode is very special because we have a whole bunch of amazing people here from the upcoming feature film Desert Fiends 2. But before we get to bring them out, we have to give a very special thank you to Michael Claude Thomas and the B-Movie Monsters for allowing us to use their song Plan 9 in our intro video. Thank you so much to Michael Claude Thomas and the B-Movie Monsters. The B-Movie Monsters are available on platforms all across the Monsterverse. You can download their newest album today and rock out to all the songs that we like, right?
Yeah, and and I would like to also mention that Michael Claude Thomas did write our theme song for Killer Pizza, and the name of it is...
It's called Revenge, and it's available on, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play,
streaming everywhere
Facebook.
too.
It's awesome.
Facebook,
Check it out.
Instagram. Find it.
Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo. We'll talk a bit about that later. The past couple episodes, we've had some cast members from that movie on tonight. But as mentioned before, tonight's all about Desert Fiends 2 and the amazing people behind that movie. So we'll bring them out one at a time. Anything else? Oh, Horrorhound Bites with Mary Kate is live on Indiegogo. There's still 10 days left in the campaign. Get your stuff in. We have a whole bunch of cool perks for actors, producers. You can get your movie featured in an episode and so forth. Check that out today. We will go over more of that at the end of the episode. We don't want to waste any more time. We want to get our guests out here.
Yes.
So without any further ado, the woman of the hour, producer of the year, maybe, the incredible actress. She's backstage going, like, all right. Everybody's favorite, Nicole Vegas.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
I told you she would be here.
Woo! I made it. We all made it. We had a lot of obstacles, all of us probably in our daily life. So thank you for having me on, and some of the talent and producers as well. Thank you for supporting, put spotlights, and always sharing and being a team player too in the independent film industry, because that's huge. So thank you.
We've been getting messages all day asking, are you going to have the real Nicole Vegas on? But here she is. I told you. I told you.
I guess, yeah, the real one is here today. Sometimes when my brain works so fast, I'm physically present, but mentally it is not going to be there until I think the end of April. There's so much that goes on, as you know, in pre-production. So anybody that does anything with independent filmmaking, my hats go off to them, because it's like 24/7. There's like no days off. You don't really get a day off in the independent film world, especially when you're wearing many hats. It's a micro budget. And I think a lot of people, if we can cover, when we introduce other people too, what their thoughts were when they first came on and what the workload was for them. Because a lot of people don't understand that there is this workload that we have to have tons of hats, PA.
We're freezing. There
yeah.
we are. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm freezing too, because I didn't feel I'm freezing. Oh no. Hi, everyone.
Us, I think.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions about anything, I know a lot of people reached out, like especially with campaigning. Campaigning is not easy. Usually you have to have like some shorts behind you, or at least one feature film. And of course, the first ones or couple aren't as great because you're working things out. You know, there's a lot of hiccups. You're working with a lot of people too. You could do your end, but you have to make sure other people do their end just as well.
So we want to talk to you all about campaigning, crowdfunding, and of course Desert Fiends too.
Yes.
We have a couple more guests that are waiting in the backstage area. We don't want to keep them waiting too long, but before we bring them out, we have to ask Nicole a very important question. So we recently announced that Nancy Ann Ritter, one of the bathroom girls from Scream, had joined the cast of one of our upcoming films, Killer Pizza. So in honor of Nancy Ann, Mandee has to ask you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie since I was little, my very first one was Poltergeist. And
Poltergeist.
That's a
Poltergeist has been my favorite all time. I used to go to Blockbuster every Friday with my grandpa and made him rent it for me. I got very fortunate to work with Oliver Robbins in Skate to Hell, and that was pretty cool. So somebody from Poltergeist, I never thought and now that I would ever get to work with or even be in any movie. So very fortunate and a lot of gratitude for anything that cool stuff. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. I don't know why I'm getting an echo there. Okay, so we have a couple more guests here from Desert Fiends. We want to bring them out so you guys can talk to us all about Desert Fiends too. So we have Sparky Lisa. Have you met Sparky Lisa before?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew her in a friend group. And my first feature film ever as a main producer was Desert Fiends. I had less than 2 years in when Sean C. Phillips reached out to me. And I said, if you come out to Vegas, I will help you out in every way possible. And I kept my word. He kept his word to make sure he did whatever he's supposed to do on his end. And the release comes April 8th. But Sparky Lisa decided to support me. She got a background role, very new to show, like nothing. That was her first experience ever. So I'm very grateful that she's coming on board as an executive producer for Desert Fiends too. So I want to say thank you, Sparky. And we have to welcome her with a, I don't know,
so
pre-recorded. Yeah.
So without any further ado, we have the incredible executive producer behind Desert Fiends 2 and amazingly talented actress, Sparky Lisa.
Hi, everyone. I need some fireworks or something behind me. Thank you. Thank you all so much for having me.
Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with us tonight. We're super excited to have you guys on. We have one more guest waiting in the wings, so to speak. But before we bring them out, we have to ask Sparky Lisa a very important question.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, this is going to go way, way back. One of the first, I'd say, cult classics I ever saw was Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No, okay.
Y'all know that one?
Yeah, very
it's
cool.
So crazy. And Jaws, of course, and anything with Jamie Lee Curtis, love her. And I think most recently, what's the one with Bruce Willis? Oh, The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Not scary, but in that spooky mind trip.
Eerie.
Yeah,
not
we're getting some good ones
not a gory
tonight.
kind of thing, but still a mind trip kind of movie.
Very cool. So we have Poltergeist, Killer Clowns, Jaws, and The Sixth Sense so far. Those are good ones.
Anything with Jamie Lee Curtis.
What about what?
Like gory, because you say scary, so there's like terrifying, there's jump scares, there's gore. My favorite gore was Terrifier 2. And I did see it. Yes, I was that mom. And they actually thanked me for it afterwards. So there you go.
We saw it on October 30th when it came out. So it was like late, like 11 o'clock at night, right before Halloween. There's like almost nobody in the theater. We had it to ourselves pretty much. It was a lot of fun. Cool. Terrifier 2.
There was only 2 other people in the theater.
Only 2 other people. How cool is that?
Nice.
Pretty cool when you don't want to be around a whole bunch of people, but I loved it. So I love the gore and I like the humor behind it. So if you can make me laugh, and you should be laughing at those scenes. Like when I'm in theaters, I will laugh out loud at things. I'm like, nobody else thinks this. I guess, they're all like, oh my gosh.
I'm not the only one that laughs.
Yeah, Mandee laughs at all the stuff that everybody's like super quiet and she's laughing and I'm like,
yeah, that's me.
It would be great. We might be like looked at, but we'd be fine because we get behind the twisted of the psyche of whatever's going on. I'm like, more. I've been seeing movies and they're not enough blood. I'm like, where's the blood? I'm like, I'm not getting to see it. Like, where's the blood coming up? There's nothing like the blood. So.
So we have one more.
I scream, and then I start giggling. I start giggling, and I'm like, and I'm laughing the whole time. I'm just like you, Mandee.
So we do have one more guest from Desert Fiends too. He's waiting in the back. He was having some audio issues, so I was trying to give him a couple extra minutes, see if maybe if he could figure out what was going on there. But I don't want to keep him waiting too long. I think he's giving me the thumbs up, so I think he might be good to go. So Nicole, how is Jon Swango attached to Desert Fiends? Is he a producer or an actor?
He's also an actor. We're all put in, and we're all also acting, which I'm glad we had the opportunity to kind of give us a good character range. But Jon Swango, I got to meet on Clown Motel, the 3 ways.
Okay.
So that's where I met him. But he has a good story how he started, and I also like to share how Sparky started too. I don't want to take from them. So.
Okay, awesome. So without further ado, the incredible producer actor behind Desert Fiends 2, the man of the hour, the amazingly talented Jon Swango.
How's it going? I think things are.
God, how cool is this?
Oh, that was a drum roll.
Yeah, I was having Wi-Fi issues, so I think we're good now. Everybody looks good. Hopefully, I sound all right.
You sound great.
Yeah, you sound great, and you did before too. But I don't know what was going on. But we're glad you're here.
Yep.
So we have to ask you a quick question before we talk about Desert Fiends and Clown Motel and all this cool stuff. John, what's your favorite scary movie?
Well, Nicole knows what I'm going to say, I think. And this movie covers a broad list of terms of scary, funny, gory, stupid, but it's a 5-star movie. The Greasy Strangler.
The Greasy Strangler
is by far
the Greasy Strangler. That is a
favorite movie. Like it's in my top 5, even though there's 20 movies in my top 5.
I turned you on to that. You're welcome.
Nicole turned me on to that, and you got to get through the first 5 minutes.
I need to write that down.
And then it is cinema gold. And
I actually one of the first movies I watched back in 2020 after I got my projector. And because we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, so me and the kids bought a projector and start watching all the movies at home. And somebody's like, "Oh, you need to watch this." I'm like, "Okay, I will." And I loved it.
Oh, it's great. And I got to meet those guys at Days of the Dead, and they walked in, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" There's the Greasy Strangler. So I got all their posters and autographs and pictures and stuff, and they're great. They're great dudes, and it's a great movie.
I just wrote it down.
It's really funny.
Very cool. So we are getting bombed with comments. I don't want to ignore anybody. Let's pull them up so that we can go over and talk to our friends out there. Amanda Carter says, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Kane Blust is here. Greetings, all. Hello, Kane. Andrew Pearson says, "Hey, guys," but he says specifically, "Hey, Nicole." Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
All right. Let's see. Michelle Kubiak is here. Nicole is amazing.
We love Michelle.
Sweetheart.
Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you.
She's a
Joshua
sweetheart.
Browning. Hey, all. Hello, Joshua. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight and tuning in to see the show. Let's see. Maurice. Hey, Aunt Mandee and Nicole. Maurice McCoy Jr. here. Hello, Maurice. James E. Rowland is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, James. Kane Bluss says, "Yay, Sparky Lisa."
I love Kane. He's cool.
Nicole Butler Vegas says, "Hi, friends." Hello, Nicole.
I don't even know how to.
Let's see quick. Kane blesses. Ha ha ha. I love laughing at the scary stuff. You get the best looks from people. LOL. That would be Mandee and apparently Lisa. No, Nicole. Nicole said that. So Mandee and Nicole.
Nicole said that.
Yeah. All right. I laugh a lot right in the eye. Was that from one of the movies? Was that from one of the movies we talked about? Right in the eye?
Maybe. I don't know. Amanda's got to be more clear on that one.
Got to bounce, but rock the show, and best of luck with the film. Thank you, Kane, for tuning in and checking it out.
Love you, Kane. See you soon.
Tiffany White says, hello, everyone from Michigan.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hello, everyone from Michigan. What a great looking bunch of people here.
Hi, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good talent. Got to know him pretty well. Can't wait to see you on set. So good stuff.
Anything else here I missed? Oh, Vin Mayo's here. I missed Vin. Vin says, yay.
Hi, Vin.
Hello, Vin.
With him on to help. He's fun. He's good.
Vin's a blast. Yeah. So
Kevin, Joel Callison's watching. We got a lot of people.
How do you see who's watching?
Because I have it on my phone. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Let me go to your page.
Okay, so Sparky, when you comment, if you want to comment to the viewers, you have to go to the regular comment section.
Oh,
so
gotcha. I'm in the private.
Yeah,
I see.
that's
Now,
just
hi,
us.
everybody.
Yeah, we're the only ones seeing
Let
that.
me join the chat. Okay.
Oh, there we
This
go.
is my first time using this app.
So we do want to get into Desert Fiends 2, and I have a bunch of cool pictures here and videos too that Nicole sent. So maybe the best thing to do, maybe because there's so much to cover with you guys, Desert Fiends 2 is live and in demand on Indiegogo right now, but you're still raising funds. So if somebody wants to get involved with the project, they can still donate to the campaign and get a perk, right? So can you tell us a bit about those perks, just so people watching?
Perks and stuff like that they're putting out right now are missing person. So if you can't come in person, that's always a great way to get showcased with your face. And they have reaction roles, they have blogger roles, they have newscaster roles. There's a lot of roles. So if you go on and check out Desert Fiends 2, you can click on there. If you want like a special perk or anything like that, connect with Sean C. Phillips. And I'm really excited. The scripts go out. Everybody's been asking, where's the scripts go out this Friday with the wardrobe through Michael Ocha, the AD. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an over top, though. I'm just letting people know this is definitely a horror comedy. I mean, it is. Once you read the script, you're going to see what I'm saying. I hope people are up for some good laughs and very open-minded with their character roles. Oh yeah, you too, Sparky. Wait till you see
because Sean is a different one.
Yeah, but it's also with Ethan Phillips. Phillips, John's brother. He did the writing and very creative. And I like the gore. I like extra stuff. So we always have those twists. There was mutants, and I'm not going to give away. But when you want to see them on April 8th through Gravitas Ventures, they're releasing it through the platforms, and then you'll see, and you'll never look at their faces again the same way. We don't want to give away, though. We know what the faces entail and everything, but not a lot of people, when they don't take that closer look. Like I said, everyone's like, I didn't write it, I just supported it. I'm a big supporter of the independent filmmaking. Once I start to know people a little bit more, because there's so many people that reach out to you, you really don't have that time. I mean, you get flooded with a lot of emails or people wanting to be part of it, or they're curious because it's the first time. So we went to the Days of the Dead, and there's a lot of first time people coming to our set, just like Sparky. Sparky, I would really like them to share what their thoughts are, being new, newer to showbiz, on what they experience and how do you do that character development, because it's not like you can just show up. You should prepare, table reads. Maybe get an acting coach, and really get into that. Right now, I can't really move my face. So when people are like, are you scared? I'm like, I have my Botox going on. So this is
So I just want to take a step back for a second. So for the viewers that don't know, because some of them are new to independent films and things, so Sean C. Phillips is the writer director of Desert Fiends 2
with Ethan Phillips.
With Ethan Phillips, okay, and Ethan's his brother.
Yes.
Okay, and they wrote and directed the first Desert Fiends together.
Yes. Well,
okay.
Sean directed it. Sean comes out, but Ethan does most of the writing, and also for Skate to Hell, just like that. So yes. Yep.
And so they, if you're not familiar with Desert Fiends, which I'm sure most of the people watching are, but if you're not, then they kind of do things in a similar way to us, where you crowd fund to come up with a lot of the money to make the movie. So crowdfunding is a big part of it, as you mentioned. And so if anyone out there is interested in getting involved in helping get these projects made, they have a lot of perks, just like you guys see us posting, where we have, you might have a shirt or an acting perk or a producer credit. So if you guys want to get involved with Desert Fiends too, that stuff is available. So Sean, let me ask you, does Sean run the Indiegogo campaign himself, yes, or are you a big part of that process too?
I share and market it, but if he needs something and they're specific in what they want, they have to go to him, because it's him and his brother that are creating it. I'm just supporting what they do. It is his creation that I'm supporting. Yes.
Okay. And then I want to just ask you about your involvement with the first one, and then we'll segue into Lisa and Jon getting involved too. So Nicole, did you have the same roles with the first one as this second one? Were you producer, actress on that one?
Yes, but I don't ever know what they're writing for me. I don't like say, oh, do this. Whatever it is, that's what I take, because it's actually their creative writing, and I don't want to ever take away by implementing something that is not mine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. So you're involved with some of the stuff behind the scenes. You do a lot of promoting and stuff. You have very exciting Facebook videos and different posts and things. And then you're also an actress. And I knew you as an actress, and now you've become a super awesome promoter and everything too. So that's cool that you kind of, and was it the same thing with Skate to Hell as well? Producer, actress.
That one I was working full time, like 10, 12-hour days, plus my family, plus getting 9 out of the 9 locations for the 2 weeks. So I almost lost my mind on that one, but I'm here. I'm okay. I survived it. It was really rough. I did my front tooth, so I have no real teeth anymore. It is what it is in this showbiz. I mean, one might just break. I have a fake crown. I have one missing. I don't know what goes on, but I think I donate my teeth to gods out there. There's something going on, but no, I think when you're in these films, you have to get the location. Sometimes you have to have permits for certain areas. That takes a while, so you got to start on that ahead of time. You have to have insurance. You have to have talent release forms, crew release forms, property release forms, any product placement release forms. You have to have that. If you don't have that, your movie will go nowhere. I had 300, and Kevin didn't know. I'm like, Kevin, I need to print out all this stuff. And I said, just do it. So as soon as someone shows up on that set, they're going to sign it. They're going to hold it up. They can smile or not smile. I don't care. As long as they hold it up and take a picture, and then I'll give them a badge, because I have to keep track. It has to get submitted through distribution. If you don't have that proper paperwork, you can probably maybe do a DVD. I don't know how that is, but you need the proper paperwork to get things going. Yeah, it's a must. And food.
So to say the least, you were definitely involved with Skate to Hell as a producer. So you had a lot going on.
Producer, locations, craft.
It sounds like.
Yeah, it's picking it all up. I have it right now. Jon's coming by tomorrow, and I'm loading up. He has a big trailer that I'm loading up all the tables and chairs and tents and some of the waters, because he has this trailer to lock, and it'll keep it safer there. There's just a lot. I think the marketing aspect is very important. A lot of people don't realize you're a part of that film. I don't care if you're crew or talent. Market it. Share it. We're little people, but we're powerful in numbers. So us coming together is what it takes that. It takes that kind of momentum to launch something, to at least try to get a good platform going. So, yeah.
Awesome. So I want to give Lisa and Jon a little bit of the spotlight. We'll start with Lisa here, because she's been waiting patiently. She wants to. I want to know about her involvement with the first Desert Fiend. So how did you get involved? What was your experience like? Was it what you thought it would be like? Was it different? What you tell me?
Better answer that. Sparky.
I do prefer to go. I do prefer to go by my nickname, Sparky. By the way, but
And
it's
careful
okay.
because Nicole has weapons. So
Oh, I'm not afraid of Nicole. I can take her down.
so where okay, so maybe we should start with Sparky. Where does Sparky come from?
After my divorce and I started dating 16 years ago, still single, happily. I was dating this 6'5", 300-pound dude named Lars. And I'm a storyteller. And we were out one night listening to some music and a bunch of friends. We had a table and I something triggered me and I got up and started telling a story. And my friends love my stories because they're crazy. I was 20 years in the emergency room and I've traveled and I don't even know where these stories come from. But he was sitting back in his chair looking at me like this. And when I finished my story, everybody was cracking up laughing. And he was like, girl, you got some energy. He went, pew, 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 pew. I'm going to start calling you Sparky. And that was it. That was it. I had enough friends there and they were all like, yep, that's it. And they had been calling me Scooter and Pee Wee because I'm only 5 feet tall and all these other nicknames that weren't really sticking. But when he said Sparky, that was it. And I broke up with him the next weekend because he was awful. But anyway.
I'm glad I asked.
So I got involved with the first Desert Fiends through Nicole. I went to a Christmas party and met Nicole there. And of course, we did the Friends on Facebook thing. And because we really connected, we had a lot of great conversation just that night alone. And none of it was about movies. It was about our careers and personal lives and things like that. But one of those rare people that you don't have a superficial encounter with, because, you know, that's largely what society is nowadays. But yeah, we connected on a deeper level, like immediately. And so after Christmas, after the holidays, she started campaigning for Desert Fiends. And I'm a nurse practitioner and just recently retired. Acting was never, ever, ever on my vision board, ever. Now, look, I've spoken at conferences. I'm a public speaker. I'm a medical conference speaker, obviously not shy, right? So anyway, I contacted her and I said, hey, do you need it? I'm retired. You know, do you need a personal assistant? I have no idea how anything works. And you need somebody to run errands for you or just whatever. And she's like, no, just come. I got all that covered, but just come be in the movie. I was like, what are you talking about, be in the movie? And she sent me the campaign and explained how everything works. And here we are. Now I'm 11. This is my 11th movie in 2 years.
11.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Who knew, right? And one
Wow.
SAG. I have one SAG voucher now also.
Very cool.
And so, yeah, this is my third movie with Sean. I've worked with Mahal Empire. I've done three with them, or I don't know, working on the fourth. And 2 down in Texas. And one SAG movie here in Las Vegas with Vince Vaughn and Al Pacino as background. And so, yeah, and I've done a lot of PA work. I've co-producer, line producer on the last Mahal movie, and now executive producer on this one. And I have a lead role in this one. And the one we just finished in LA with the Mahals, I had a lead-ish role in that one.
I'm sorry,
So,
did you say that you have a lead role in Desert Fiends 2?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I'm EP, and I know the idea of the role that they're writing for me, and it's perfect for my personality. For my personality and my background and the things that I've done in my life, like this role is really perfect for me. So I'm really excited about it.
We're excited to see it. I don't want to ignore our viewers here. Doc Bravo says you should put a link to the campaign. We will add a link to the video after we end the stream. Let's see. Matthew Clark is saying hello. Skate to Hell was fun. Kevin Gregg, I believe, was giving us the release date for April Fiends is getting released nationwide April 8th. Do we have are you allowed to tell us where it will be, or is that still up in the air?
Oh no, I shared the link. It has like there's a whole bunch of platforms. I'm going to share it in the comments now while we're talking, and that'll make it easier, and they can check in the comments.
All right, cool. So it will be on streaming platforms, or is this Yes. Okay.
Yes. It's on my thing. Just give me a second. There's a whole bunch.
Okay. We'll come back to it. But April 8th is the official release date nationwide. Matthew Clark's excited to see it. Laura love the Sparky story. At least he was good for something, a nickname.
Yes, exactly.
Great show, guys. Nicole Butler Vegas, Sparky Lisa. Thank you, Todd. Thank you for
Love
watching.
Todd. Love Todd.
Matt says, nice. You'll get there, Sparky. She's there. She's starring in Desert Fiends too.
What do you mean I'll get there? Get where?
He wasn't listening. She's the star. Jamie Hill, congratulations. When does Desert Fiends 2 start filming?
So it films, I mean, anybody can answer it. John, when does it start filming?
I know the date.
John?
April 5th.
April 5th.
April 5th. 18th in Nevada, 5th to the 18th. And we have one day off, 11th. Not everybody has a day off, though.
Oh, my God. Tam Taylor
Yeah, we don't.
from Killer Pizzas here. Hey, kids. Hello, Tam. Tam was on our previous episode. If you guys missed that, once this one ends, you go back and you watch that one. Let's see. Terrence says, what's up, everyone? Hello, Terrence. Thank you for tuning in. Nicole shared the link there for anybody that wants to check out the Desert Fiends 2 Indiegogo campaign. Doc Bravo, okay, this is Bob Butler. Bob, you tricked us. We didn't know it was you. Bob Butler from Killer Pizza. Terrence back again. I just don't want to ignore anybody here. There are a lot of comments coming in. I want to ask something real quick. I'm in a weed comedy movie called Smoked Out, and it'll be out this summer. There's going to be a premiere for it, and I'm a bit nervous. Is it normal I'm a bit nervous for it? Yeah, it's okay, but you'll probably be all right, I think. What do you guys think? I think Nicole's done more premieres.
Well, nervous for the premiere?
Like nervous that he didn't set it up. Like as long as you book it and make sure that you get it's a DPF. Because we paid like $700 extra to make sure that it ran smoothly and everything. Check everything, market it. You could be start marketing it in your area so people can show up and purchase the tickets. I don't know if it's a closed red carpet or open. But no, congratulations. I smoked out, like smoking like that. Like
I'm wondering what exactly is he nervous about?
That's kind of what I was thinking too. I'm not sure if this is somebody that's an actor going to a premiere. Yeah, let us know. Give us more information, and maybe somebody can help you.
I would like to hear about Jon Swango. How did we meet John?
In the parking lot of the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada.
That was a lot of fun too.
This is where we met for the first time.
And he shared.
I actually put a picture in our chat of I was in the military and she just showed up. That was probably 30 seconds after we met. One of the pictures I put in our group chat.
I'm surprised I didn't meet you that day. I was there too.
Well, some of us were working.
Oh,
that's a joke, Sparky.
Oh, you guys are too much, I swear.
I mean, I really was kind of hanging out most of the day until we finished with all the kids and sent them off,
But Jon,
that was what?
He needs to tell the story how he found out, because he was very smack new as you possibly can be, like not knowing anybody in showbiz.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I would like him to share because he's come so far.
Were you on Laura's team?
No,
you were in the military in the Great Cat in the Tan.
I was with Joe Daly, Angel Princess, and Tom.
Oh.
His last name escapes me now, but that was my group.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Angel too, huh? Anyway,
how did you get started?
Well, Nicole's heard the story 100 times. I'll try to keep it short. I am a retired tool and die maker from General Motors in Flint, Michigan. I did 30 years at General Motors. I bought my place here in Nevada in 2020, retired in 2024, and this is the boring part of the story. Anyway, to get your cars registered, you got to do VIN checks. Well, in a whole bunch of crazy situations, the DMV burnt down where I live. So they were funneling everybody to Vegas. So I just got all my paperwork together and drove to Tonopah because that's the next closest DMV. So when I got back from that trip, my Facebook was flooded with Tonopah things like hotels and restaurants and stuff. You know how your algorithms work. And the Clown Motel movie come up. My sister was living with me at the time. And I'm like, I'm looking at it, and there was a perk with a certain person that caught my interest. But it was Jenna Jameson. And I'm like, oh, I told my sister I could do a scene with her. And she's like, who's that? And I told her who she was.
No. She's great.
But then I found the military role. It was a little bit more money, but it like had lines. I got killed. It seemed like it was a much better. It was more bang for the buck in the perk. So I told myself, I said I should do this just for fun because I have a niece that's been in acting for a long time back east. So I thought it'd be fun. And if I was terrible at it, who cares? At least I could say I did it. And so I bought the perk, got in touch with Joe Kelly. And by living here and being able to do things, that grew into a much bigger role than the perk even mentioned. He asked me to go to LA for the opening scene because a guy backed out, and a lot of good things happen when you say yes. So I was right next to Universal Studios for that. And then I was at the full 10 days in Tonopah at the Clown Motel. That was just an absolute blast. Everybody was great. And then I worked the crew in Nelson's Ghost Town for the second half of that filming. And that's where I learned a lot about making a movie. And the whole time, Nicole and I met, we just kind of hit it off. I don't know, we just kind of clicked as friends and whatever. And she told me about all the stuff she was doing, and I kind of wanted to be a part of it. And so that's how I ended up with Desert Fiends 2. But she's gotten me into a lot of other stuff. I've just kind of rode her coattails a little bit, for lack of a better term. But because of her, I was in a Super Bowl commercial. I had to audition, and I got the part in an upcoming Apple TV series.
Nice.
Pretty big pilot episode. Hopefully that leads to more things. But that was pretty cool when they gave me the part for that. And that was a real cool shoot right in the Caesar's Palace. So now it's full throttle to get things ready for Desert Fiends 2. Like she said, I'm going to her house tomorrow with the trailer. We're going to load up tables, tents, chairs, food, anything we can put in it. And we're still trying to figure out some logistics on stuff, but I think we'll have most everything ready to go when we're ready to shoot.
So so I kind of got the story straight. So Jon, were you involved with the first Desert Fiends? No.
Oh, excuse me. No.
Okay.
Clown Motel 3 was my first of anything in this kind of world.
Okay. All right. So Joe Kelly is the director of that one. He's been around for a while. I actually met Joe years ago. I don't know if you knew, he's from Rochester, which is where we are. So I met him here.
That's where I think Hammy's from there too. Rochester, New York.
Yeah, Rochester, New York.
Yeah,
so,
Johnny Karate is from there too.
Okay, very cool. I don't think I know Johnny Parati. I'm not sure who he is.
He's Hammy in the Clown Motel series.
Oh, okay.
Big guy. Good dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I know who he is. I don't think I know him, but I know who he is.
I feel like a bad guy. I don't know much about the Clown Motel movies, so I haven't seen them. So
Nicole, was Clown Motel 3 the first one that you got involved with? Were you involved with 2?
No, that was before my time. I started in 2021, in February of 2021.
Okay.
My very that was SAG, first Taft Hartley, and then I got 2 other Taft Hartleys. And if you get 3 Taft Hartleys, I'm just letting you know, you can't work another SAG side unless you go SAG. You can have 1,000 SAG vouchers. No one will care. You'll be safe. But eventually you'll come to that crossroads. And if SAG doesn't work out, I guess you can go FI Corp, write a letter, and then you can work union, non-union. Right to work states are a little different, a little bit more leadway. They really won't hammer you like they would if you're in California filming something that's non-union or SAG. Yeah, but there's a lot of layers to the showbiz, a lot of positions, a lot of like talk show, having a talk show, you get to put yourself out there, you get to connect with other people, or maybe you get tidbits of information and vice versa. A lot of people are learning and growing in this industry rapidly. And I think a lot of people really want to create. They want to be a storyteller. They want to have that character range that I think non-union films, independent films can give you more than SAG. SAG, they're very strict. Mm-hmm. It's like you can't miss an R or anything. So, it depends what you want, and go for something that you say yes, like Jon said, or Sparky. Sparky was like, hey, let's see what this is all about. And then they were hooked. I know, right? I hook you
immediately.
Yeah.
And all the friends I made that day, because they were because it was the outdoor music festival, and it must have had 70 people on set that day. It seemed like. It was a lot. I made so many friends that day. And John, I always mention John Potosh in particular. He said, girl, I see your personality. You're going to get addicted immediately. And so I went the day before. I had texted Nicole and I said, hey, can I just come and hang out and kind of I'm the kind of person I need to know how things work, and I don't know if that's my healthcare background or what, but I need to know the nuts and the bolts, And so the day before I texted her and said, can I just come hang out and meet everybody, kind of get the lay of the land, Okay, and I had on a really cute outfit. And that night they were filming a night scene. And I stayed and hung out, and I was just watching and hanging out. And it was a tinted night scene, and they were setting up all the lights, and part of it was inside, and then they did the rest of it in shadow. And so there was a lot of setup, and I was in the tent basically watching them run their lines, and most everybody was gone because this was the final scene of the day, and it was a long day. And anyway, they were ready to go. And the cameraman, Cameron, oddly enough is his name, he looked around. He's like, we don't have enough actors for this scene. And he looked at me and he goes, like this? He's like, get in there. You're perfect. And I was like, why? He's like, because look at your outfit. I was like, okay. So I'm going to take this moment to say, show up prepared. Show up looking like you're ready to go. Even if you're not on, this set was a little bit loose where people were allowed to be on. Nicole allowed me to be on set even though I was filming the next day. But she knows I'm a professional person too, right? So, I had on this great outfit, leather pants, this beret with a veil over my face, and sparkly boots, and big white stars on a black shirt. And it was an alien conjuring scene. So unbeknownst to me, my outfit was perfect to be in that scene. And so I got shoved into that scene. I got a line that ended up getting cut, but that's okay. And oh my God, I was so thrilled. I couldn't sleep for like 3 days after that. So John was right. I got addicted immediately. And the next day I showed up from my background scene that I was supposed to be in, and a totally different outfit, totally different look. And that was it. That was the start of it. So much fun. So much fun.
Awesome. So I just wanted to switch back to John because we didn't get to hear too much from him, and I want to make sure we give him some spotlight while he's here.
Yes.
John,
I'm fine.
Okay, so I'm interested about your role with Desert Fiends. So I kind of missed it. Are you like in the military in Clown Motel? Is that
there was a military group that was hunting the killer clowns.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody dies, but that was the role on Indiegogo that I bought to get started in this. And then the part in LA and then the part at Nelson's, those just came with it. And they weren't part of the Indiegogo, but like Sparky just said, if you show up and you're ready to go,
they'll throw you in.
They'll throw you in if they need you.
Yeah.
I ended up being a clown. I ended up at Nelson's. I was a clown. I think I was a background person. I had a mask and stuff on, so you didn't know. But if you're just there and you're willing to work and show up, there's usually always spots in these independent films for people. So
I'm in Clown Motel too. I'm a clown.
Right. And then I have a Mahal movie also. It's the same one that these two were in, Alien Horde. I had a very small part in that. Actually, the same day with Sean Phillips. So he and I got to talk a lot while we were there.
And which movie was that?
Alien Horde.
Okay, so that's one of the new ones.
Yeah, it's not finished yet or anything like that. So, but
Shout
it
out
was
to
a good
Brandon,
experience.
Brandon Slagle, the director, just had we had like a 200-page script.
Yeah,
so
it's a big script.
He handled his business. I would when I knew he was doing it, I definitely was glad to be part of it. And I liked the set. It's probably it was my favorite set ever. It was the best set ever. The Alien Horde set was my best set out of all the SAGs and anything I've ever done. I love that set.
The sets are amazing for Alien Horde.
It's Alien Horde.
HORD.
Yeah.
We wrapped that one in October, so it's gonna be out. It's not gonna be out for a while. So Clown Motel, I haven't gotten killed yet, and they're gonna do some more filming in May. So I've been invited to go back.
Maybe I'll get to kill you.
Okay. That's so funny. Things you hear in the horror movie business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Joe wants me there, so who knows?
Yeah, they've asked me to come back too, so I didn't die yet.
Do you have trailers? Do you have trailers to show or pictures? What were you showing?
Yeah, I wanted to get to them. I mean, we're coming up on the hour mark. We don't have a lot of time left, but could we talk about Jon's role in Desert Fiends 2? Do you have a big part in this movie? Are you allowed to tell us about that?
I am one of the fiends in this movie.
Okay.
I'm not gonna elaborate too much on it. But I am one of the killer fiends. Well, unless you want me to, Nicole.
I don't know. I'm just
okay. Yeah, no, I'm one of the I'm one of the fiends, and how I got that was just kind of right place at the right time because the gentleman that did it in the first movie backed out, and I just happened to kind of be standing there, and Sean was like, "Well, do you want it? That would make it a lot easier on everybody." And I'm like, "If that's what you want, then I'll do it." So I'm one of the fiends.
Oh, you'll be great.
We'll should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll be great.
So we have some pictures and videos here. I want to pull them up and ask you guys about what we're seeing. But real quick, we haven't heard from Mandee. Mandee's been quiet tonight. Is there anything you wanted to ask them or say before we go through all this?
We covered it all.
Okay, all right.
I was sitting there. It's like there was a few questions I was going to ask, but as soon as I would go to ask, you'd go ahead and ask them.
Well, you can ask them here. You
already asked?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we have pictures and videos that were sent to us. So let's go through and we'll talk a little bit about each picture.
Billy Baxter's in the comments saying, "What's going on, everyone?"
Billy Baxter, thank you for watching. We love movie
Billy.
dogs. Okay, so we have a cool picture of Nicole here. So let's talk about this and let's see what she can tell us about this one.
Oh, okay.
That's okay one. I didn't know which one was going to be shown.
I know that's the best part. You don't know which one they're going to show.
Didn't you copyright this look?
I did. I trademark it, but
amazing.
Sparkles. She doesn't play nice, especially with the Cowboys. She got to get her fixed with killing some of them. That scene, I'm holding the prop gun, and it'd be shooting off parts of poor Zach Vasquez.
So this is from Clown Motel 3.
That is,
What is the character's name here? Can you tell? I don't know what you're allowed to tell us.
It's Saber Sparkles is her name.
Saber Sparkles.
Saber Sparkles. That's her name. And I love her. I love her look. I'm glad that I had free range to do what I wanted to do. He did say I want something that had to do with Harley Quinn look. So I kind of went off of what he wanted a Harley Quinn look, but I made it my own. I mean, you can't see in the eyes though that she has like contacts, rainbow colored contacts, and bouncy green hair and sparkly outfit and all white. That makeup's hard to get off too. So I had it like everywhere. You could see everywhere I went. Everything was white on everything. But I got to kill me some cowboys. I like cowboys.
So Joe Kelly, the director, kind of gave you free reign with the look of the character, and you were able to trademark that. So would this character then be allowed to appear in a different movie?
Yes, she can.
Okay, so if somebody's interested, they could contact you about some opportunities involving that character.
They have. Actually.
Are you allowed to tell us what movie she's going to pop up in?
No.
Not yet. All right, we're gonna have you back on so we can talk about the clown. All right, so we have another one here of Nicole. We actually have a few of Nicole, but here's another one. Let's see what this one is.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That was on a short film called Behind Closed Doors. I responded to a domestic violence, and that was Angel Contreras. He made the badge, fake prop gun, bought the thing. It was a fun short film. I didn't get to see it though yet.
That's a great look.
Yeah, I used to be a cop, so
I know.
my own former law enforcement. But I don't want to be. I mean, I don't care to play cop roles or military roles. I was in military veteran, military security forces, and then also in law enforcement in North Las Vegas. So other roles I don't mind. Like Saber Sparkles was fun, or on Skates of Hell, I got to play this storekeeper cat. She had red hair and Cindy Lochner look. So I had free range with that. Sean gave me with, the nose piercing and the choker and that kind of stuff. So I like when people can give me free range to kind of develop my own character that they're giving me. So yeah, next one. Let's get some Sparky and Jon in there.
Let's get Here is I belive a clip from Clown Motel. Let's see what happens in here.
Okay.
Ah, bitch!
Or call me the B word. He wasn't nice. That's why he dies.
Was that Guillermo? Did you hit poor Guillermo?
Yeah, that
That's
was Guillermo.
Yeah, he played it good. I practiced with him. I had a couple bottles, and I practiced the motion. And I told you, you're not really going to feel it, but he did it. He nailed it really well. And I only had to do that one and done, which was great. And then I used the other part to slice another cowboy's neck. You gotta be resourceful here.
Man,
So
you put a horseshoe in a guy's eye, too.
Yeah, but
I want to see. I might have a picture from Skate to Hell here. Let's see what this is.
Oh,
Is this you?
I was coming back from my own personal hell. That's Kat. My hair's still smoking from it. My personal hell was a hair salon that I got tortured in.
Oh.
We see James Duvall in there and Joseph Pelican from Friday Nights at Freddy. Yeah, it was store was at Melandra Boutiques. I always support small shops. That's what I'm wearing today is from Melandra. Yep.
Love her.
Check this out. Here's one of Nicole with Sparky.
Oh yeah, that was nice. That was Sparky's picture. Yeah, we're celebrating. We love Cannery Theaters, and Ewan helped us put that all together. So the red carpet, and we did the billboards, and then behind us is a poster. But I think from the flashes, it doesn't show the poster too well. But it was a very nice red carpet event. People got to do the interviews, and I enjoy. We're gonna have another one, Skates of Hell, in October, beginning of October. Hopefully, get a party bus or two to Frequent Brothers Haunted Houses. That's my favorite.
And the sparkly green dresses were not planned. We had no idea each other was wearing sparkly green dresses. It was perfect.
Friday the 13th. That's when we had our fun stuff.
And let's see, we have some more. So this is from the Desert Fiends red carpet premiere, it looks like.
Yes.
And we have some more here. Let's see who else is going to pop up. Who do we have here? Looks like Sparky, Jon.
Carl Solomon and John Potash.
Very cool. And some more Sparky.
Oh, Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Well,
I've done quite a few movies with Jeff. He's great.
He is good. He played the mutant very well. He's like my favorite mutant from the first one. Yep.
We have Sparky.
Yes.
Who's she with in this one?
Sam Novak is a journalist here in Vegas, and he is a movie buff, like big time. And David Starr and his wife, Lisa. And I think David has a small role in Desert Fiends, right, Nicole?
I think so.
I wasn't on set with him, but I think he has a small
I think so. More than likely. I don't know. I don't know. Horrible. I didn't personally. I think I talked to him in the passing on Alien Horde, but he never personally spoke with me.
Yeah, he's got a small part, but I don't know what it is.
Check this out, guys. The red carpet premiere for Desert Fiends. Check out that marquee. And actually, I didn't notice Sparky's underneath the sign too. I just realized that. But directed by Sean C. Phillips and produced by Nicole Butler Vegas. How cool was that? Was that the first time that your name was up on the marquee for one of these?
Well, I only did, this is my third feature putting together as a producer. Before that, I mean, I'm fairly new, so yes.
So how exciting was that to see it up there?
Well, I had them put it up there. I was in charge of that, so.
So cool.
I was in charge of that whole entire red carpet but it was a lot of work because, putting everything, packing everything, and then I bought the red carpet, and then I bought I bought these to have on there because I love those kind of props. We had some fun props to pose with too. I love that kind of thing, just a little extra. And I really wanted to showcase anybody that was part of it. A lot of them it was their first red carpet event, and I think it's important to have that for them to experience.
You've shown the weapon a couple times now, so now we have to ask.
Oh yeah, it's Brett Wagner.
Who was in charge of? Oh, Brett Wagner's okay. But who made the prop? Are you allowed to tell us?
It's just Brett's prop. The lost leather face. I just like it because it's fun.
Oh, okay. Brett Wagner, long lost leather face from Texas Chainsaw 2003. He's known for the Kemper kill. We'll have to get him on sometime to talk about Texas Chainsaw and Desert Fiends. But we have some more pictures here. Sparky with, and I know this person, but is it Zach?
That's beautiful.
That's his character too.
Zach and I have been in quite a few movies together now, and John and Elizabeth and Nicole. I don't know who's the guy behind you, Nicole.
Chris.
And Ziggy left us a couple of months ago, unfortunately. But that's her taking up the whole picture with her leg. That was her signature move right there.
It's a nice group photo. And we did an episode with her a while back. She was a lot of fun to have on.
She's a character.
Yeah. So here's Sparky. We have a lot of Sparky at this premiere. Yeah. Sparky. Here's the director, Sean C. Phillips, with Sparky wearing his Desert Fiend shirt. Very nice, very nice. Who designed that poster?
So this back one, it's I don't know, I have to look it up. We had to do it through Gravitas. That was like $1,000.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure I don't. But the first one, the main one that you don't have it on there. The very main one was Eric Yatter's, just like number 2. If you see that one with this is Eric Yatter's design. So
okay.
Did that, but Gravitas, they had us change some things up. And so, that's what part of distribution, sometimes they want something a little different. So you have to go with somebody else that can make that happen. So yeah, they were like, so we had, and another thing, a tidbit. If you ever have like the trailers released, they do not want killings in it.
Oh, right.
Distribution does not want killings in your trailer, so that helps.
No, there's your secret. You can't give the secrets away.
No, I do. I give it away because it's such a headache to change everything up then afterwards. So there's a little bit there. But I didn't see anything of John. Is John Chop Liver here?
We're gonna pull up some photos of John here in a second. I'm getting those ready right now.
I sent you one with I was Mary Kate in one of them I sent.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Do we have that? We're gonna have to see if we have that one. All right.
Yeah.
So here
Just
are
pop up something. We'll see what it is.
I sent you some from the Desert Fiends set too. Me and Nicole all bloody after she got killed.
Oh yeah.
Are we allowed to say that? Are we allowed to say she got killed?
I thought you just yelled it.
We did now.
We'll go back and post and we'll get rid of that.
I wasn't dead in that. I wasn't dead in that movie.
You weren't dead in it.
But I wasn't dead.
Right. So let's see what we have here. We have looks like John with
Oh, that's Nicole. That's Nicole. That was at that Hollywood 2.0 here in Vegas. It was kind of a meet and greet for people. They had a small red carpet. It was a fun night.
I'm missing that shoe though. I'm just
We
sorry.
have John
Okay.
with maybe some other castmates here.
Now, this was from the Apple TV series where I was a high stakes poker player, and the gentleman with the cowboy hat is a legit, like, real deal poker star. Super nice guy. There was 9 of us that tried out for it. We were the 4 that made the feature table. And that was a great shoot. We shot in Caesar's Palace from 10 at night to 7 in the morning. And
Did
it
you,
was
you had to be on set all 4 nights for that too, right?
no, just two
Oh,
nights.
that's why I didn't do it, because they said you had to be available 4 nights in a row. That was a little too much for me.
I think some of the background people did that got background parts or whatever, but no, my part that I put in for an audition for and got was just the audition, rehearsal, and then the shoot night. That was it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yay. That's
yeah,
cool.
it was that was okay. Now there's the picture.
Yeah.
About I know Nicole for about 2 minutes, I think, when this picture was taken. And that was my military get up for Clown Motel. And the joke here was the ammo box. I carried the ammo box through the whole movie for no reason. But it's kind of that set and that whole week was so much fun. No problems on set. Everybody got along. The weather was perfect. And we just all hung out together because you're in Tonopah. So it's not like you're in downtown Vegas where there's a lot to do. So everybody hung out, everybody got along, everybody was having good times. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got
There's
some
the one
more
with
of John.
Mary. That was I was just working
With
behind
Mary
the camera.
Kate.
That's Mary Kate and Jason Wallace. He's going to be helping us with Desert Fiends 2. Mary, I think, is going to be with us for a few days on Desert Fiends 2. But that was just a cool pic to take while they were dressed up, and I was helping Cameron and Guthrie and everybody behind the cameras, and that's just a good picture.
So it looks like some molds here.
Oh, there you go, Nicole. That is Nicole underneath that mold with her mouth open.
Open for a whole hour. I'm like drooling everywhere.
Oh, we had to wipe up drool and all kinds of stuff. But
I just literally drooled out because I had to keep your mouth open for a whole hour.
Right.
A whole hour worth of. And I was like, you better not do anything dumb. No weird props in there, because there's a lot of weird props that could be used.
Oh yeah, we could. Yeah, no, that's me. That's my mold.
Yeah.
And if you noticed, I had to shave everything, head, beard, everything. But that's me underneath there.
Oh gosh, that was Yep, we drove to California, got it done.
Burbank. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of stuff that goes behind. So there's just a lot of layers. So it's actually connect to some casting directors in your area. If you get the opportunity to get a perk or be cast or whatever it is to get on some of these films, do it so you can build experience and you get to know other people that can be like lifelong friends. Very amazing. Market yourself, put yourself out there, connect to podcasts, talk shows, support each other, be a team player. You guys can throw in what you think would be good for other people with good advice and what you suggest too.
Kevin says the design on Sean's shirt was done by Eric Yoder.
Yes, that was too. Yes, that was his main one, but we had to switch it for distribution. So
thank you, Lori.
We're doing good.
So we had so much stuff to share. It's a lot of pictures and videos. We have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 more clips ready. Let's bring one up and we'll see what it is.
Fall. Fall to the ground. Spray more. Spray a little more and then fall. You go back up again, Nicole.
Help me out. I can't see.
Help her. And just spray and then fall.
Okay, hold on.
Ready? Wait, hold on.
Okay. And fall. Cut. I think you got diarrhea.
Horrible.
I'm okay. Right, you kind of duty though. Do I have it?
It's hilarious as fuck, but you can.
Okay, cough, freak out. Freak out.
Yeah. Oh, look at
I'm going.
the surprise. I didn't know you were going to that. Yeah. I wanted
So-
to, you can get away with non-union. This is non-union. You could do whatever you want if they agree to it. And I told Sean, I said, can I get puke in my mouth? It's inspired by Drag Me to Hell.
So that clip was from Skate to Hell.
It was just behind the scenes. Yeah, just behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes clip from Skate to Hell from Sean C. Phillips. Is there a release date for that one yet, or are you still working on that?
Because we're still in post-production.
Okay.
We have the red carpet, but we're going to take our time because we would like to go through a distribution that is going to give us a theatrical release, even if it's a small one. And we're going to, because our first one, we didn't really know. It was the first time ever going through distribution. And we're hoping to get a little bit bigger and better. And we have some good name talents in there as well. And it's fun. It's fun. I mean,
Yeah, Skate to Hell is going to be a lot of fun. I was PA in background on that one, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
you got your dance scene in there. I saw
a little dance scene in there.
It's a dance scene in Hell, and Robert Carradine and Robert Lozardo are in those scenes. So cool stuff.
So I wanted to ask about that too. A lot of these movies have some pretty well-known names in them. Who were some of the people that appeared in Desert Fiends, Skate to Hell, Desert Fiends 2, and then Clown Motel?
Well, Clown Motel, you would have to go through Joseph Kelly. Desert Fiends, we had like Bai Ling and Scout Taylor Compton, Eric Roberts, Tom Arnold, Eileen Dietz. A lot more. I don't know. I'd have to look at IMDb. Desert Fiends 2, we have different characters like Vanessa Angel and what's his name? James DeBello.
Is Lizardo back for 2?
Yes, Lizardo is. Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's back. He's back as himself, though. Like his himself. So
That was great.
yeah. I mean, and we have Eric Roberts, and a lot of people love Eric Roberts. I love talent that interact with others on the set. We had Lisa Wilcox in Desert Fiends and in Skate to Hell. She did great. Michael Pere. There's a whole bunch. A lot on that. Check out the IMDb, Desert Fiends and Skate to Hell and Desert Fiends 2. And I think distribution looks for that. They look for certain names.
And Skate to Hell is Jenna Jameson and what's his name? Todd
Bridges.
Todd
Yeah.
Bridges. And yeah.
There's a whole bunch. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not ready for that. I was going to look it all up. We have Spencer Breslin, and we have Robert Carradine, and James Duvall, Lorelei Linklater, Douglas Tate, Brett Wagner.
Ginger Lynn's going to be in it.
Ginger Lynn for the second one. Albert Robbins, Mason Reese. Just a lot of people. There's a lot. Eileen Dietz. I mean, she jumps up. She's 81 years old now. She's from The Exorcist. She is feisty, but she gives fun. She's fun, and each character has been in it for like 30 years. They all have their uniqueness, and they all have their charisma and their energy that really just lights up those sets that are.
Kato Kalin, your husband just said Kato Kalin.
Kato Kalin, Kevin, yeah. Kato Kalin's gonna be in this one. There's a whole bunch. We didn't. I know a lot of people wanted to return, but for Sean and Ethan, they just couldn't see and trying to put them in. They just didn't see it. So people do not take offense. I don't take offense if I'm not in something. Or you can't be in everything. Maybe it's not for me. It's for one of my friends to be in it. This is how it happens, and I'm fine with it. Sometimes you get so busy you can't overcommit. You just can't. This is one of those things. I'm trying to think if there's anybody. Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm like looking. I'm scrolling now through my IMDb. I'm like, oh no.
Well, that's okay. You got a lot of them out there. So yeah, a lot of really interesting people that I think the horror fans out there would be excited to get into, to be in a scene with, or be in the film with, or get a thank you credit and at least have their name in the end credits of the movie with those people. So
you can get killed too. Like Brett Wagner played Papa in the first one, and there was he's like, he gave permission. So people just put you in these perks, and you should give a head up to the talent that you are a perk. And he got like 6 people that want to get killed by him. So it's pretty cool to get people you grew up with, or you never thought you could act with. I think the non-unions and doing these campaigning give you opportunity. It's opportunity to be able to get acting reel out of it, acting experience, work with certain talents that you never thought you could or never would. On SAG now, you usually have to be SAG to get principal work. It just is. Very rare can you get that principal. Very rare can you get that principal work on these bigger SAG sites like Warner Brothers, Paramount Pictures. So when you have this, you're coming with people that have a lot of experience too. So you have to bring it in all areas. So why would somebody want to pick me if I can't also understand the dynamics of helping maybe on the crew side? I understand it. I understand the lingo, certain positions, marketing. Marketing is very important. I don't think people realize how important it is to constantly put it out there. I see you guys market too. I do see your things popping up enough. So you're doing it right. Some I'm like, maybe once I'm like, you better keep going. You better light that fire, and you better make it happen.
we see people asking, is it worth marketing? Should I actually market and promote myself? Or like, yeah, what do you mean? You're not going to get anywhere if you don't promote yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's kind of a no-brainer, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people ask about their campaigns. Should they promote the campaigns? Nobody's going to find your campaign if you're not promoting it, if you're not getting out there.
I don't mind sharing others, but when I'm in the middle of my campaign helping out Sean, I can't. I mean, I could share it maybe here or there, but I'm so busy and so fixed and hyper focused on making sure everything's done. I can't take that time out and overly share somebody else's. But when I'm done with it, I don't mind sharing people that are good, that are trying their hardest. I like that. Now, if someone's never shared or went out of their way for anybody and they were like, oh, can you help me? I'm like, well, you haven't even helped anybody. You haven't done nothing. Why would I do all that work for people that aren't stepping up and taking that initiative too? Why would I do that? No one will do that.
I'd like to bring up that it was a good point what she said about not being able to share others' campaigns during your work, because it does get very overwhelming, very consuming. Nobody really understands that you're working on these projects 24/7. And when I say 24/7, literally there's times when we get like no sleep trying to get things done. We're answering messages and calls like in the middle of the night because there's people interested in appearing in the film and everything. So it's just something that you have to stay on top of. But I always like to mention to everyone that because of that, it's like, I'm not ignoring your campaigns. I'm not ignoring the work that you're doing and everything. It's like, if you have something that you want to share and stuff, please tag me in it and I'll let it show up on my page. I have no problem with that. It's like, I just ask people not to get upset because I can't share their campaigns during our work.
And we do help people behind the scenes with their Indiegogo campaigns. They don't know how to launch a campaign. They don't know the importance of, like we'll set up pre-launch campaigns to collect emails, and we'll do email marketing, and they just don't understand. They haven't seen that yet. So we kind of go in and try to help them with a lot of these things. And between our feature film coming up, the one that we have to release, the short film, the web series, it's like, we have a life too outside of all this. We have families, we have other things going on. We're doing video meetings with people occasionally. And it's a full time. Yeah, doing the podcast. This is the 3rd week in a row with the podcast. And then Girl Scouts and school, and we got there's so much band going on. So band concert, and then it's just go for us in the filmmaking. As you guys know, it's a full-time thing, and it's not 8 hours a day. It's 24 hours a day. It's 2:00 in the morning, and you're replying to somebody's email and getting perks ready to ship out, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes.
So there's no disturbing me. Once I go hit the hay,
me too. I'm out.
Then I have to learn not to respond in the morning when I'm just waking up. I'm like, what did I just? I got to learn not to do that. But so when people join it, the best way to do, and it's Victor Santiago, he has a talk show, sharing is caring. Share it. Have your friends and family share it. Oh yeah, you
Sure.
got this. And it's coming together, and it does take a long time too. We did everything the right way as possible, and it took 2 years for Desert Fiends to come out the right way. I did everything by the books, no cutting corners, no shortchanging, everything by the books, and it took a long time. Now with distribution and everything, now we have it handed over. It's now theirs but we're still marketing it because it's still ours to make sure we put it out there, even if they say they're going to put it or not. I don't know. I'm very new to this distribution. I'll find out April 8th, and then 6 months from now what it entails, which I'll be sharing because I want people to know. Hey, this is a heads up. This is what I went through. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you'll have something different, but I need people to know because I didn't have that. When I first started showbiz, I went on that set that I was supposed to be background. They bumped me and they're like, go to Mark 3, go to 2. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. They paired me with this young kid in their 20s. I have kids in their 20s. So I'm like, I go, is this a cougar scene? I was very confused. I didn't know what's going on. And I go, I'm going to hold your arm. I said, but I told him, I said, I'm your mother's age. Don't give me, look, just give me like googly eyes. I go, not happening. But I'm going to hold your arm. No idea. And it was cold as at Dre's nightclub. It was a pilot for that cleaning lady. And that was pretty cool. And then I got to be on Bar Rescue, which they will booze you up for real. They will booze you up. You don't want to drink it. Then they're like, oh, it's a wrap. I'm like, I can't drive. I'm like, I'm ready to fall off my chair here. I'm like, holy crap. So also, if you do background, they bump you. It's pretty cool. On these sets, and it's going to be hot outside, freeze your freaking waters. I don't care if it's a big set. They might not have waters for everybody right there and then. Or make sure it's the right address. That people are walking, it's a bogus address. People are passing out. Truck almost overturned. These are big sets. Things happen on every set. No one gets out undented. Every set has something. So no one could be like, oh, it was just easy. No such thing. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very consuming to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a life anymore. This is my life. And I fight with it because I like I don't even have a fun life. I have no personal fun life. Sorry. I know. Boo. But you do have to have responsibility. Things have to get done right. Someone has to step up. Someone has to do it. If people offer help, I usually don't take it. I'm like, I just got it. I just do it. Unless they can know what I'm thinking, I'll take out garbage. I will set things up. Safety is number one. I never want somebody saying, oh, I was too afraid to come to you. I don't want anybody to ever be afraid to come to me. Please let me know ahead of time so things don't snowball. We all have lives. I'm 45 years old, 45. So I'm there. Like back.
You're
like,
a baby.
Well, a baby to some. Yeah. You don't get discounts on anything except for military discounts. I'm like, you understand. People have lives outside. Kids get sick. People have surgeries. Other things happen.
Animals have surgeries.
Yeah. Animals. I hope your animal's doing good. But it's really being transparent. I don't like smoke and mirrors. I don't like gimmicky stuff. I hate gimmicky stuff. I hate it so much. I'm like, I want to call people. I'm like, that's so gimmicky. However, whatever works for them. I'm very straightforward though. So I don't want anybody second guessing like, oh, no, as much as I can. I know people got mistreated on other sets. I never want that to happen. I want people to feel comfortable and feel good. And I want them to get their part. And, just roll with it.
We've been on for a while, but you mentioned smoke and mirrors. So now I have to do a fun segue. Nicole Vegas was on Penn and Teller.
Oh, God.
How cool was that? It was Christmas. I mean, it was Christmas, and I'm at my mom's house, and I look up, they have the TV on, and you're on the TV. And I'm like, there's Nicole on the TV.
Like, is that Nicole? And I look up, and I'm like, yep, that's her.
That's not on my IMDb credit. I should add it. There's things I didn't. So they did a pay where you're paid in the audience. They have those where you get paid in the audience. And I was in the way back when that happened. I didn't even see that was happening. This balloon came to me and they had me go up there. And the guy had a heavy accent. He was in this box, trapped in this box with Brooke Burke. And it was alive. They're filming it, and, they're like, pick the key. And I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. So Brooke would tell me what he was saying. And so I was ready to leave. He's like, Nicole, or Brooke, you're translating English to English. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get the key back and you can find somebody else. So we got the key and he's like, oh, Nicole, see if it fits in. And I hurry up and unlock it. He goes, but don't unlock it. I looked at it. It's like a train wreck. I'm like, oh my gosh. You're supposed to just stand there. You're not supposed to do all this extra stuff. But anyways, I locked it back up. I said, you see, you don't have to reset. They'll cut it, edit it right anyway. And then I locked it, and then he came out. But yeah, they thought I was planted. I was like, I'm not. If I was planted, I would never have messed up on that. So just go slow. You're on a stage. The advice I give, just go super slow. Oh, put the key there, but don't unlock it yet,
That's
right?
the next step, yeah.
I'm just like, okay, you're good. No, there's a pause. Just like with acting, there's pauses in between whatever scene's going on. Don't rush it. Some things are very deliberate. So yeah, Penn and Teller. But Brooke's very nice. Really enjoyed her. Got a Brooke.
Love her.
We love her, and she's hot too.
So hot.
Nice. Thank you. So yeah, that was one of the oopsies. I did some of the, you learn a lot on these sets, huh? Just like Neil Breen, he has a cult following. I made it to the best of the worst. Like 1 million something views. They're like, is that you? So I have a thing. Nicole Butler is a producer. Nicole Vegas is talent. I was like, oh no, that was Nicole Vegas. I'm Nicole Butler.
So I have a question. You said that you didn't get your IMDb credit. Do you think that was because you were just an audience member? Why,
I know.
I'm kind of wondering why they didn't.
You would have to submit it. Not everything is submitted. There's things that I didn't submit that was on Obliterated, and I have I got really lucky, but they only did season 1, so what's the point? Who cares? I mean, if it went to season 2, I have like small thing like, oh my gosh, what happened? That's another story too, because it made me change up my look with a wig, dark hair wig, changed up the whole thing because they had me already with the blonde. And so I go there and they're like, who are you? I go, you know who it is. You told me to change my look. And they're like, oh my gosh. But during that scene, my hair's up because it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. These overnight shoots I don't do well. I threw off my wig. I threw off my shoes. And the AD comes and goes, Nicole, would you like to be in the scene? Because I won't make you put your heels or your wig. I was like, okay, because I am done. It's like not. And the camel smells bad. Like they put it, but I did have a small little clip. The thing is though, if you're not SAG, you're not protected. Like you're under a union, you're protected. If you're non-union, like just like with Kevin Hart on Back on the Strip, I had a scene with him. They gave me like one sentence, like, oh, it's A-okay by me, and oh yes, and they cut it all out. It's like, what the crap is this? Because I was like, yeah, I got the scene and nothing. Just like with CSI, my first season 1, I had like the perpetrator, and I'm overnight shoots. I don't do good. I'm miserable in the minute. I'm like, brr, and the director liked it. She's like, let's do 10 seconds, and that never made it either. But just know, don't brag about anything until it fully comes out.
Yeah, right.
Heard about that.
Yeah. So we've had you guys on for a while. It's been a lot of fun. I want to get out a few quick questions before we go. We do have a few more pictures to show. We'll blast those out quick. Just tell us a little bit about them, and we'll plug the campaign and everything again for the viewers. But let's jump into it. So we have this picture that I was sent. Who's in this one?
That's me and John Potash in Clown Motel.
Okay.
I didn't have my mask on in this picture. I didn't get makeup. I actually had a transparent mask that had 2 different faces, one on either side. It's a really cool mask. So I was part of the Killer Clown Posse.
Very cool. The KKP.
Which goes back to my original
KCP.
first favorite movie, right?
And then here we have Nicole, and that's Lisa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's right. Yes.
For Sparkles.
She's in disguise.
Sparkles, and I'm Sparky.
Okay. And then we have a group photo.
That's from Killer Clowns.
Okay, very cool.
That's the kids. The kids were great that day.
Oh, there's so many people. I can't even tell who some of these.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would know all of them, but very cool. All right, so I think that's all I
Great
have for now for pictures. So let's run through comments quick.
And we were able to pick our own clown costumes. Like we, just pick our own and submit it. And they were like, yeah, let's go. And so we got to just design our own clown. It was amazing.
So Sparky, if you wanted to, could you trademark your clown costume?
I probably could. Sure.
Yeah, that might
I love
be
anything black and white. Like black and white is my thing, my go-to, and I probably could. I hadn't thought about that yet, but until we started talking. But yes, I probably could. So I wanted to just add to a lot of what Nicole was saying a minute ago, and Jon's now aware of it too. Because we live in Vegas, we have lots of opportunities to just be on these shows. And I did 4 nights a couple of years ago of American Ninja Warriors. They needed audience fillers for that. And that was so much fun. Okay. And of course, the background for the Vince Vaughn movie recently, the Al Pacino Vince Vaughn movie just a few months ago. Like, we have lots of opportunities just because we're in Vegas. And of course, Hollywood 2.0 is coming here. Warner Brothers and Sony and Mark Wahlberg. It's coming. And so, no, that's all SAG and like real Hollywood, but there's probably going to be a lot more opportunities for us to do. And we're a right to work state. So we can do SAG or indie and not get in any kind of trouble. So looking forward to many more opportunities to do more stuff. It's fun.
Sparky, do you have a dream role? If you could be either in a certain genre, is there a genre that you haven't gotten to try yet? Or what would you be like Cinderella in a movie or something fun like that?
What's the Disney princess that has all the birds around her? What is
Snow White?
Snow White, yeah, I would be Snow White because that's me as a Disney princess. I have a yard full of birds. No, I think because of my career and my personality, I'd love to do some drama, like be an attorney or a doctor or maybe even a mom. I'd like to do some stuff like that and really, really stretch it out. But besides just doing horror. So maybe some Hallmark, Lifetime, maybe be in some of these, big shows that are, on every week. CSI, like Nicole mentioned. I love the FBI series.
We have a friend that was just an FBI. I haven't seen his episode yet because I'm a terrible friend, but I'm excited for him.
You know what else I'd love to do? I don't know if y'all watched that show with, what's his name? John Quinones. He does that What Would You Do series. It's basically like setups to see how people in public will react. Like they'll set up in a diner where like maybe the mom is like really talking down to her kid, like you're fat, you shouldn't be eating for that, and then it's all
react to it,
of course, and then they want to know how the public is going to react. So the public doesn't know that it's a setup, and whether people are just going to sit back and let it happen or whether they're going to go jump in and like help or I'd love to be an actor in that. I think, and they use recurring actors because, until they're recognizable, they'll use recurring actors, a few seasons in a row. And I would love to be that person, be the person being the meanie or insulting or, like Dick's Last Resort here, where you get to insult people at the bar for a living while you're serving them drinks. I'd love to be that person. I'd like to be able to say all the things that I wanted to say under my breath, 20 years in the ER, tell people what I really think of them. Because I couldn't.
So Sparky, if the people watching want to follow you on social media, do you have a place where they can follow you?
I do. I have acting pages on Instagram and Facebook. It's Sparky Lisa Actor. Okay. I don't have a lot on my pages yet. I just bought a new house and I've been real busy like getting all that together. And I have a lot to upload to my pages. And I have an IMDb page also. It's Sparky Lisa. I think it's Sparky Lisa Actor also. I think my IMDb page is up to date, but I certainly could upload a lot more pictures, right?
So if somebody wanted to contact you, if they wanted to get you attached to their film or inquire about one of your projects, is it okay for them to reach out to you on those platforms?
Absolutely. Okay. Yes, please. I'm ready to do more. I'm ready to see what I can do. We were gonna talk a little bit too about like how we become a good actor, right? And maybe my way is different from other people. Nicole mentioned acting classes. I haven't done any of that. I feel like in my 40 years in healthcare and dealing with so many people every day, and I was in lead roles, management, charge nurse, that kind of stuff. And I had my own medical practice. Literally every single patient, we have to tailor our behavior in order to get the trust of that patient. And we have to do it like within a minute, right? so that the patient is honest with us and they tell us how they're really feeling and, not hiding or, whatever. And so I feel like in my career, every single patient encounter, I was acting. So all the roles that I've gotten so far, I'll usually go to the director and say, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to be sassy? Do you want me to be sad? Do you want me, like, what do you want me to emote? And they'll say, play it in this way. And I'm like, okay. I honestly haven't felt like I've really been acting. Like it's just me being myself in this role, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know how else to describe that, but for me, it just feels easy.
Organic.
Yeah, very much, very much.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to see you in Desert Fiends too, because you have this large role in that one now, and be super cool to see, what you do after that, and if you, how you, I don't know, I guess grow as an actress and how you handle being in the spotlight now.
Well, I'm getting compliments and I keep getting asked to be back and getting bigger and bigger roles with everyone that I've done. So I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be amazing. We're super excited to see you in Desert Fiends too.
Thank you.
Was there anything else that Sparky wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance to talk about? See, the problem with you guys is that you've all done so many cool things and there's so much to cover in such a small amount of time. We're almost at 2 hours now. I think we're probably going to have to get you guys back again to cover maybe after Desert Fiends is released, so we can go back and say this is the experience that we had and kind of cover more tracks. But is there anything that you wanted us to mention tonight that we didn't get a chance to cover?
I think I would just say, I would like to advise just anybody out there, if you can even take one day and play the production assistant role and learn a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes. I think if you understand the background stuff too, then maybe that helps you be a better actor on set too, looking for cues and looking for safety issues. I think it takes a team, to pull all that kind of stuff together, and we're all looking out for each other kind of thing. I don't know. I think me doing PA work has made me just present myself in a different way as an actress and as a team player also. That's my little piece of advice.
Well, it gives you a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes and everything, and it makes you appreciate it a little bit more.
Sure.
Those people that are actually pulling it together for you and stuff. I think that gets overlooked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Sparky, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to have to follow you on Instagram so we can keep up with all the cool stuff that you're doing. We're super excited to see your starring role in Desert Fiends 2. Once it comes out, we'll make some posts for you and say, check out Sparky, Lisa, and Desert Fiends 2. And hopefully we'll get to have you back on the show down the road to promote the other cool projects. I'm sure you'll probably work with Nicole again, so we'll have you back on to talk about Clown Motel 4 and Desert Fiends 3. And
I are a good team.
That might be a little ways away.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well,
Nicole and I make a great team because we're both very straightforward and direct. We don't take no shit from nobody. We'll call out bullshit when we see it, but then we want to do a good job. We're both like no halfway. There's no half-ass anything with either one of us. So we really do work very well together, and we have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, no, I think caring too and stepping up, just like I know Sparky cares. I know Jon Swango cares. How he was behind the scenes too. And I like people that are legit. They don't sugarcoat. They are very straightforward. So I know what I'm dealing with. They know what they're dealing with, And we all have our good and bad qualities, but mostly good. And we're able to pull together as a team. I think it's very important. And to treat people good. You could be PA one day, which is the grunt work, doing a lot of work, or you could be the main producer. You could be so I think when people are like, oh, you're only background, I was like, background for today. Maybe I want to see what's going on. Maybe I want to market my Indiegogo with other people. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't do one without the other.
No, it goes hand in hand. So, I mean, people like I saw in those bigger sets were treating background differently. I'm like, what is this? Like, why are you? Just because your background one day doesn't mean you're not going to be something more the next day. You could be in a starring role. You can get cast in something like that's going to launch you. You just don't know. Yeah. So treat people good and don't look down at people and don't be like, oh, like that. I had people like, oh, you're only in it this long, like nothing. I was like, get to know people, get to know what their values are, and know that people have a worth in the film biz. So.
Yeah, I've had people say like, "Oh, you're only in that because you paid for it." Yeah, so I'm in it. You're not. I am.
For the Indiegogo part, but you're also getting cast in other things. You have to start somewhere. You have to show that you do care. And other people are like, there's people like, "Oh, just get me in. Just get me in." I'm like, why should I just get you in? These other people, such as myself, are actually putting money in, putting time in, putting energy, learning the ropes. I want people that are assets. So if I see, like, I was on the Mahal set, and just because I was casting it, so what? I can still help out. I can set up chairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's non-union. I can do what I want. I'm not just going to watch people struggle, because I want people that are a team player. And if people aren't team players, I can't work with them. I got to work with people that get it.
It's like a family, really.
Yeah, I like it. Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're working hard.
We're going to spend a couple more minutes with Jon and Nicole and kind of ask the same questions that we asked Sparky. But we're going to have to get you back on again, because I know you and Nicole are going to do, and Jon are probably going to work together again and do some really amazing things. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We've had a blast getting to know you, and look forward to seeing you in Desert Fiends 2.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We'll see you later, Sparky.
You want me?
Oh hang out at least. Well, Jon explain. Let Jon do some talking, because Jon's been quiet.
I've just been listening.
I was letting Sparky go, and then I was going to give the spotlight to Jon. But if Sparky wants to stay and hang out for a few more minutes, she's more than welcome to.
I want to hear about Jon.
It's the same thing we do on every episode. Why are you surprised? I said goodbye like 3 times.
I wasn't expecting it.
All right. So here we are with Jon Swango. Super excited to see what Jon does in Desert Fiends 2 as well. We didn't get to hear as much from you tonight, so I wanted to give you the spotlight.
That's fine.
You're okay with that? He's
sure,
okay with
what would you like to know?
Well, I want to know, do you have a dream role?
That's a tough question to answer.
And sorry, Sparky, I love having you here. I wasn't trying to get rid of you.
I haven't done a lot of stuff, but the stuff I have done, it would be very cool at this point if I got something along the lines like I did for Apple TV. If I got just like a don't wave your hands at me.
No, I'm doing it by the comment. I'm doing the comment. I'm so sorry.
That's why
if I got some steady
legend in the film industry.
Well, if I ended up with just some steady featured background work, line here, line there, work 4 or 5 days a week, and something like that would be where I could stay at home. I didn't have to travel a lot to do it. That would probably be a dream role. I can't say that, I wanted to be in some movie, because my range of movies are, I love so many different movies, and I could say it would be cool to be in all kinds of stuff. But as far as right now, if I just got something that was like somewhat steady as like a featured background person, that would be awesome, because it would be so much fun. Still be a lot of work, but well, if you don't want me to answer that way, I won't. Nicole.
No, Nicole's husband.
But you have so much other talent potential. Just like They did bump him.
Oh, yeah. Ask him where he got that idea. I just saw his comment.
That's why I cracked up laughing.
I didn't see the comment. I didn't see, but you have a lot going on for you, and so Sparky. It's just putting yourself out there.
It's not that I couldn't do porn. It's just that's a lot of physical work. So, thanks, Kevin.
Oh, he did post it. I said, I dare you.
He did. Oh, he did.
Well, after we're off, ask him where that came from. But
Greg.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm just having fun doing what we're doing now. This role I'm taking as a main producer for Desert Fiends 2 has been very demanding. A lot of work, a lot of time on the phone with Nicole. She's taken a lot of the brunt of it because she's kind of the face of it. But we're on the same page with a lot of things and what we want to do and how we want to handle the set and things like that. We are just hoping for 2 weeks of decent weather. If we get decent weather, this shoot's going to be a lot of fun, and I think everybody's going to have a really good time. So that's just where I'm at now, and we'll see what comes next.
So that's your dream, to be in Corn?
Oh, Killer Corn would be fun.
No,
that movie's done.
No, but everybody has that.
Oh, Corn! I just said Corn.
Corn,
because they just did that podcast on Killer Corn.
No, I'm talking about something that starts with P. That rhymes with.
I'm too. Well, I can do senior porn, I guess. Get some old ladies in there, but
old ladies. You go like cougars. That's good too. Good to know, John.
So, no, but I guess the big thing is take your work, take the part and the role that you get seriously. Yes. But don't take yourself seriously, because when you take yourself seriously, you come across as fake and all kinds of stuff. And all three of us know many people that like that. So take your role, take your work seriously, but you got to be able to laugh at yourself and have fun. And that's what makes it go.
Yeah,
that's great. That's great advice.
So, John, if people want to follow you on social media, where can they find you? Are they allowed to find you?
Oh yeah, everything I have is public, but all I have is Jon Swango on Facebook, Instagram. I'm still setting up the Trash Man production stuff. The printing place here is actually working on my logo. They're really close to being done, and then once I get that, I'll start transitioning. I'll get a Facebook page and things made with that, and start transitioning over to that. But IMBD is just Jon Swango. What you see there, my Facebook is that, Instagram's that, Messenger's that. So I'm pretty easy to find.
So I promised we would talk about this before the show started. Now's the perfect time. Behind you, you have some very special posters hanging up on the wall.
Mm-hmm. That one is, according to Kevin, is pre-Gravitas Desert Fiends 1. And there's only 4 of those in existence or something like that. Very few.
You got
and then this one is the Eric Yoder design. I know it's tough to see, but it's the same one on her shirt. And that one I actually paid Nicole and Kevin for. I bought that, and because then there's only 3 or 4 of those too, so that's kind of just a personal little fun thing for me to have. And then it's worked out great for these podcasts. They sit perfectly on the wall for a good background for what we're doing right now.
Awesome. Is there anything that we should have talked about that we didn't get the chance to talk about with John? Any other projects or?
No, not right now. I mean, we've got this final day shoot for Clown Motel 3 coming up in May. There's another convention in July in Phoenix, but it's all been Desert Fiends 2. And now that we're so close to shooting, that's like 100% that's going on.
Yeah. And you're a hard worker, and what he says he does. Because I tested him out really good. Trust me. Yeah, he's been through the ringer. He's good. He's good to go now. Yeah. And so is Sparky. Sparky, I'm sharing with her behind the scenes too on what to look out for. She's really good with actually running sets. She really helped out a lot on Skate to Hell. I saw her take action, took initiative. No worries. So I don't have any worries with either of them. They're going to do great. They're going to be a great team, not just behind the scenes, but also great talent in front of the camera. And I've seen them both in action. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this very creative Sean C. Phillips and Ethan Phillips, once everybody else gets their scripts, goes, because it's going to be very, very graphic, but it's going to be prosthetics. Remember, not real. Nothing that you're going to see in that is ever real. Just know. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say without giving it away. I know it looks weird. I know there's no word.
Now I'm thinking it's real.
It's not real. The bugs were real. The bugs were real. That's not other things. I'm not giving away anymore. I'm going to change the subject now. Yep.
Right. So we were able to cover a lot of stuff tonight, Nicole. We obviously can't cover everything because there's just so much, and we've been on for 2 hours, and we could probably spend another 5 hours going over all this stuff. But what is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get the chance to mention? Obviously, Desert Fiends 2 is live on Indiegogo. People can still donate to the campaign and get some cool perks that you guys have. Did you want to just mention some of the perks again so people that are skipping through the video tomorrow don't miss out?
Yeah, I want to mention just the pre-orders for the release and everything like that, because I think that's really important. And a lot of it will be like Cox and Dish, Armstrong, Spectrum, Prime Video, Fandango at Home, YouTube, Vimeo. They have a whole bunch. I don't think.
Okay, so these are the streaming sites that Desert Fiends 1 will be on.
I think when you pre-order, it helps with the algorithms and pushes that platform up a little more, and it helps build and put it on other platforms. But it's supply and demand kind of thing, which is very important for anybody that, especially independent filmmaking. I think sharing, and even if you're not part of this set, like if I'm not part of something, I still share some, or I just want to say thank you for taking the time to get to know Sparky and Jon Swango, and just what we're doing and what we're trying to create, and also that both of you understand it because you've been making your feature films, and you know how hard it is, and it does take time and it takes effort, and there's a lot of hiccups that go on. But I think addressing it and being real, like, hey, this is what's going on right now, or giving people a heads up. I think people like being included in. They liked when we did the behind the scenes with our head casting. I think if you include them in, like how you make your sculptures, Mandee, how you showed me a picture of that, that's pretty cool. Like if you ever did a step-by-step, people love that kind of stuff. So include them in. They love that.
No. Yeah, there's a skull there.
Have it?
Some stuff she could show you. So she hand sculpted this one for one of our upcoming,
that's awesome.
upcoming films.
Great.
This one is the skull of Pamela Voorhees. We did a Friday the 13th fan film, and we needed a last minute prop, so she sculpted that. Here's a doll here. It's our own Jason Voorhees, Christian Bester, who is on FBI. That I haven't seen his episode yet, but we have the Jason Voorhees Christian Bester version. I call him Little K Dog. Oh yeah, the mask comes off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks cool. See, I like can you look at the mask?
Yeah, Mandee sculpts all this, hand paints it, and everything.
That's what I'm saying, though. You also have talents and tributes, and you can connect with other people. You did amazing, Mandee. When you shared that with me, I know that takes a long time and work, and just to draw it up first and then put it together. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. So if you ever do little bits behind the scenes, I would stay tuned. I love this is the idea I'm coming up with, and this is how I came up with. I think people like to be brought into behind the scenes, not just in front, but a little bit more of what it took to get that scene together.
I didn't take her off that time. I'm not taking the blame for that.
I was like,
yeah, with the behind the scenes, I always think about it after I'm done with everything. Like I made a custom bone knife for blood loss, and I made a rusty blade, and and I just made it look like it was a piece of human bone and everything, but it was like a retractable knife. And after I was finished with it, I'm like, you know what? It's like I should have like set up something to film it. And I did the same thing when I made the mask. It's like I just get kind of too into it, and I forget that I want to set up something recording myself making these things.
Sparky, it was not me. Okay.
I accidentally kicked myself out.
It's okay.
Andy, if you do have the time, I mean, I don't mind as long as I'm not marketing. I'm not part of like a big part where I have to kind of. Sometimes I get locked in with a contract that my marketing's included sometimes when they want me on something. So that's why you'll see over marketing on some things. But that behind the scenes is amazing. And I love that kind of stuff. Like, how was this built? How did this come to light? What made you think of it? What made you think of that character? Was it the first character, or did you scrap that one and go with another one? I love those kind of layers. So pretty cool stuff that you shared.
Yeah, like with Killer Pizza, the cup I actually have right here, this was my concept art. I don't know if you are going to be able to see it too well for Killer Pizza. Yeah. But that's my son I drew, and that was my first pizza that I had created. And then we came up with a second design and everything, and I'm going to start working on the puppet. I have to make the sculpture first and everything, and he's getting my eyes and a mouth for it.
Well, a new version of the puppet.
Yeah. A new version of the puppet.
Yeah, better updated kind of
thing. I
but
start from somewhere, though. It has to. It evolves eventually. We all evolve into something more, or even the creativity you put on it. And I love those little spins to things. I like little extra on stuff. It really like I don't know. I just gravitate towards that creativeness of someone adding a little bit more to that scene that really needed to have that to make it special. So that's where I'm at. All right. Like I said, 2 hours later. 2 hours later. But I do want to share this really quick too. Like I said, this is I got one of these, and then Sean got the other one. I just like creativity. I like people that are talented. And if you're not talented, then you better have good work ethic. You better get some elbow grease and work hard to get where you need to go. It goes hand in hand. And I think coming together and bringing awareness of what people need to do and step up in certain areas, or how they can work to become better, really is together as a whole really beneficial for everybody. So, yeah.
Awesome. So if people want to follow Nicole Vegas on social media, where can they find you?
Facebook. I'm only on Instagram when I was forced to, because people are.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much it. I'm really involved with Facebook a lot, and that's it. I have an actors page, and I have my personal page, but I try to keep it under 2,000. So if I don't talk to people, gone. I no offense to them. I want to build good relationships, and I don't want anything that's just like there just because they can get something from me. I really want to build a good relationship on, hey, this is what I bring. Oh, that's what let's build something. Let's collaborate. Let's make it happen. I love that stuff. So good.
Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. We wish that we could keep you all for another 2 hours.
No, we're good.
It's been a lot of fun.
I gotta go.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much. We're super excited for Desert Fiends 2. Lisa, we're excited to see your major role in this one, and Jon, we're excited to see what you bring to it. And of course, as always, Nicole's going to be awesome in the movie. So we're super happy for you guys. Congratulations on all the success. We wish you the best. We appreciate you guys coming on, taking the time to talk to us. It means a lot. We don't overlook it, you know. Thank you guys. We appreciate you all. And we are going to let you go because we're all exhausted.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I know, right? How did we get this?
Guys, Desert Fiends 2 is live on Indiegogo. How cool was that? We had Nicole Vegas, Jon Swango, and Sparky Lisa on the show tonight. I told you they would be here. You were like, no, not the real Nicole and Jon and Lisa. And I was like, yeah, the real ones. And they were here.
I'm the one who set this up.
Donate to Desert Fiends 2 on Indiegogo today. They have a bunch of cool perks that you can get involved with. You can get involved with the movie in all different ways. The usual, right? I think we covered most of it. We appreciate those guys taking the time to hang out with us tonight and getting to know us. It means a lot. We sincerely appreciate the camaraderie. We appreciate you guys coming on the show. Before we go, let's plug our stuff. We have Killer Pizzas, our upcoming feature film. It's a horror comedy starring some of horror's greatest icons, including Walter Phelan from House of a Thousand Corpses. He was Dr. Satan. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Did you know he worked on The Mandalorian?
Yes.
And Goosebumps?
Yes.
And Charmed?
Did you know he's a puppeteer?
He is. Al Burke will be in the movie. Al Burke was also in Clown Motel, I believe. He'll be in Killer Pizza. He's known as Punchy the Clown from Killjoy. He was in the WWF. He wrestled Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, the Legion of Doom. He was in The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he sent me the script to that.
He was in every music video ever made.
Every music video ever made.
Of course, we mentioned a couple times Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream will be in Killer Pizza. You saw Tam Taylor in the comments section. She'll be in Killer Pizza. And
speaking of Nancy Ann Ritter,
what's my favorite scary movie?
No, what's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your scary
movie?
Yeah, what is it? Let us know. We never asked. Let us know in the comments. What's your favorite scary movie?
Any of you tonight.
But we have to mention Tom Glynn, aka Kringle from Creepshow. The real Tom Glynn is starring in Killer Pizza's Tony Mann.
Yes, he is going to be my pizza.
And if you just can't get enough of us, guess what? Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate is live on Indiegogo. We have a ton of amazing opportunities. The campaign's been live since March 1st, so just over 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks.
February 28th.
We reached our goal. We're just a little bit shy of the stretch. Jump on today. Get yourself an acting role, a producer credit, a t-shirt, a hat. You can get your movie featured in an episode. We'll base an entire episode around your movie. How cool is that?
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That one, of course, is starring.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys very much. Horror Hound Bites is starring Mary Kate. Oh my God. The mistress of the macabre, Mary Kate. It's also co-starring horror icon Beatrice Bubley, aka Amanda Kruger from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Freddy Krueger's mom, and Pamela Voorhees from our movie Friday the 13th Blood Loss, starring Christian Bester, Michael Davis, Ari Lehman, the original Jason Voorhees. Get involved with Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate today on Indiegogo. All of your support's appreciated very much. What am I missing?
Nothing.
I'm exhausted.
I was just excited about Beatrice.
Yeah, Beatrice is
her,
awesome.
Portraying an original character, Mad at Midnight. So I was bringing it up to him because it's kind of a funny pun type of thing that I have Freddy Krueger's mom telling everybody horror bedtime stories. See what I did there?
Yeah. So super excited to work with Beatrice on that. I'll have a role in there as well. Am I going to be in the Horror Hound Bites show?
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's going to be in the show. He
All right.
gets to star as an original character also.
I'm doing a puppet in the show. How cool is that? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching us. Donate to Killer Pizza and Horror Hound Bites, and of course, Desert Fiends too. We appreciate all of your support very much. We are looking forward to seeing you next time. Same bat channel. And just because I didn't get to ask anyone tonight, who's the best Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Who's the best Batman? Let us know in the comments. Hey, what's the best Quentin Tarantino film?
Reservoir Dogs.
That is a good one. What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino film? Let us know in the comments.
We did get a question about the horror film from Amanda Carter.
Oh, we had a whole bunch of comments that I missed. I'm sorry. I tried to get to as many of them as possible. To the person that was asking about their premiere, it's okay to feel nervous, but you'll be fine. It's his first premiere. He's just going as an actor. It's first movie he's been in. You'll be okay. You'll go, you'll meet people, take pictures with some of your co-stars, then you'll be on the show with us in a couple weeks, and we'll be talking about it.
Just make sure that everything's set up and planned, and everything will go smoothly the day of, so there's nothing to be worried about.
What did Amanda ask about Horror Hounds?
She didn't ask about Horror Hounds. She was telling us what her favorite scary movie was.
Oh, she said Hellraiser are some of her favorites. I like Hellraiser. Do you like it? They just remastered Hellraiser. It was in
I like
the movie
films.
theaters. You do?
I do.
I like Hellraiser. Matt says Michael Keaton's the best Batman. I agree.
You don't agree. I agree.
I do agree. Let's see. The movie dog says Pulp Fiction is the best. Movie dog says Pulp Fiction is the best Quentin Tarantino film. It's a good one.
Pulp Fiction is a good one, but I'm still sticking to my guns that it's Reservoir Dogs.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was good. Pulp Fiction.
They're good ones, but
Reservoir Dogs is awesome. All right. Thank you guys so much. I know you're all exhausted. Thank you for hanging out with us, for sticking in there for 2 hours. We appreciate all the support. We'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Let's see. We should have an outro video somewhere.